Some spellcasters study for decades. Others are chosen by fate. But the sorcerer is born with magic in their veins, wild, instinctive, and often dangerous. They are storms in human form, their power not learned but awakened. Origins of sorcerous power sorcerers are the descendants of the arcane. Their bloodlines trace back to dragons, celestial beings, fey spirits, or forgotten gods. Some are born during celestial alignments. Others are marked by prophecy or born under omens. Their magic often manifests in childhood. A scream that shatters glass, a dream that sets the bed aflame, a heartbeat that stops time for a moment. Unlike wizards who study scrolls and rituals, sorcerers are the spell. Their body is the conduit. Their soul is the source. They do not cast magic, they release it. Magical aptitudes. Evocation, elemental fury, sorcerers are natural evokers. They wield fire, lightning, and ice as extensions of their emotions. Anger becomes a fireball. Fear becomes a wall of ice. Joy might spark a storm of radiant light. They don't calculate, they react. Their spells are fast, brutal, and beautiful. Enchantment, the power of presence. Some sorcerers don't need to raise a hand. Their presence alone can sway minds. They charm, command, and confuse with a glance. Their aura pulses with arcane charisma. They are born leaders, silver-tongued manipulators, or quiet influencers who bend the world with a whisper. Illusion, instinctive deception for others. Reality is clay. They create illusions not through study but through instinct. A fear becomes a shadowy beast. A desire becomes a mirage. Their illusions are subconscious, tied to their psyche, and often more real than reality itself. Bloodlines and ancestry. Every sorcerer's power is shaped by their ancestry. Draconic bloodlines grant elemental breath, hardened scales, and the presence of a dragon. Their magic is ancient, proud, and often volatile. Celestial lineage infuses them with radiant light, healing touch, and divine resistance. They shine in darkness, literally and metaphorically. Fey-touched are whimsical and unpredictable. They wield glamour, nature's magic, and illusions that defy logic. Shadowborn are children of darkness. They command necrotic energy, vanish into shadows, and inspire fear with a glance. Each bloodline is a legacy, a gift of power and a burden of expectation. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths. Spontaneous casting. No need to prepare spells. High magical output and raw arcane force. Deep connection to their element or theme. Unpredictability that makes them dangerous in battle. Weaknesses. Limited spell variety compared to wizards. Emotionally volatile. Magic can surge or misfire. Vulnerable to magical suppression or bloodline curses. Some struggle with control, especially in youth. Mythical sorcerers and their signature spells. Medea, Greek mythology. A granddaughter of the sun god Helios and priestess of Hecate, Medea was a master of potions, curses, and necromantic rites. She aided Jason in stealing the Golden Fleece, enchanted dragons, and manipulated kings. Her most infamous act was the magical vengeance she unleashed after betrayal. Signature spells. Curse of the Betrayer, a spell of irreversible heartbreak and ruin. Elixir of Eternal Sleep, a potion that mimics death, used to deceive enemies. Binding Flame, a fire that obeys only the caster's will. Spell origins. Rooted in ancient Greek magical practices, especially those of Hecate, her spells reflect emotional intensity and divine ancestry, often fueled by betrayal, love, and vengeance. Taliesin, Welsh legend. Born from a magical cauldron of inspiration, Taliesin was a bard, prophet, and shapeshifter. He could speak in riddles that foretold the future, and was said to have lived many lives in many forms. Signature spells. Voice of the Nine Realms. A chant that reveals hidden truths across time. Shifting Verse. A spell that allows the caster to change form through poetic incantation. Song of Sovereignty. A melody that grants insight and influence over rulers. Spell origins. Rooted in Celtic bardic traditions. His magic is poetic and prophetic, using language and music to shape reality. Shangguolao, Taoist immortal, Chinese mythology. An eccentric immortal who rode a white donkey backward and wielded spiritual power with ease. He could vanish at will, revive the dead, and was revered as a master of Taoist alchemy. Signature spells. Fan of Reversal. A mystical fan that could bring the dead back to life or dispel illusions. Donkey of the Void. A summoning spell for his magical steed, which could fold space and time. Breath of Stillness. A meditative spell that halts time in a single breath. Spell origins. Drawn from Taoist spiritual practices, emphasizing alchemy, immortality, and balance. His spells are subtle, tied to meditation and spiritual transcendence. To be a sorcerer is to be a storm in human form, beautiful, terrible, unstoppable. What power lies dormant in your bloodline? Subscribe to Moonveil Academy and awaken the magic within.